I want to start off giving all praise to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Gomalak Yahushua. And this video is on unbelief, man. A lot of people, they don't believe in the Most High God. They think all this is, like a chance thing. They really believe in these scientists. They believe in their books. And when it comes to this book, the Holy Bible, they don't want to deal with it, okay? So they believe in their knowledge and Esau's knowledge and the way they think of this world that one day nothing exploded and created nothing. So what does the Most High say about unbelief? He says plenty of things about unbelief and how it makes no difference to him. So we're going to start with Romans 3:3. Give you a little time to get there. Because you got a lot of people out here that say you're a fool for believing in the Most High God. You're a fool for believing in the Creator. While even some of their scientists will say there's evidence of creation. There's evidence of something creating it. But, people believe what they want to believe, but the Most High has his only one true way. All right? This is Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? All right? So if you're not believing, what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? So your unbelief, man, I'm sorry to tell you, but it's not going to change none of these prophecies in this book. It's not going to change nothing that's going to come to pass that the Most High God has already made that was going to come from the beginning of time. All right, so your faith means nothing. All right. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written. All right, so you got to let God be true and every man a liar, because man is a deceiver. Men don't really know what they're talking about. They speak off emotions, man. They don't speak off this Most High God Bible. All right, they don't speak of the Most High's words. All right, so let God be true and every man a liar. That's deep, man. That goes for anything, man. When everything you say, you got to back up with the scripture, man. You got to back up with the Most High's words. So let God be true and every single man a liar, man. So you saying that you don't believe, man, you first of all, you a fool. All right. Second of all, man, it's not going to change anything for you not believing in the Most High God, because his will is going to be done regardless. But we're going to get another scripture on that. Psalms 14:1. All right. Psalms 14:1. That's what the Most High says about these people, man. The fool, looks what he calls you people, man, who don't believe in a creation, don't believe that something created you and made these trees and made these animals, all these different type of animals, and had a touch on this earth, man. All right, if you don't believe in that, this is what the Most High says. The fool have said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. So if you don't believe this, you can say, "Oh, I'm giving money to people. Oh, I'm still a good person. I just don't believe that God exists." But you don't do good, man. You don't keep these laws, man. You don't keep the Most High God's laws. You're not living by his ways and walking in his ways and keeping his statutes and commandments. All right. So for you to say that you're still a good person, the Most High says there's none that doeth good. So the fool has said in their heart that there's no God. So you a fool, man, for saying there's no God, for seeing these trees and for seeing these plants and for seeing the way the world works and for saying your stupid ass on this damn planet when you could have not even been here, man. All right, but you don't even think there's a Most High. You don't even think there's a reason you're here. You don't even think there's nothing exists, that there's other planets and other beings out there, man. You feed into what the world tells you, man. You feed into the ways of the world, man. And what in the white man's knowledge. All right, so you got to go by the Most High's knowledge. All right, because let God be true and every man a liar. But I just read to you, and I wanted to get another scripture. Proverbs 1:26. Let me get that. That's a dagger too, man. All right. So this is what the Most High gonna do for the people who don't believe in God. But when his son, when Yahweh sends his son Yahweh Shah to come back, you gonna want to believe in God. Then you gonna want to try to do something right. But this is what the Most High says. All right. right? Even for you Israelites out there who are Israel and don't even know you're Israel and still in the ways of the world. We're going to start at 24, actually. Because I have called and you refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have said at night, you have said at naught all my counsel with none of my reproof. You didn't want to listen to these Israelites on the side of the streets telling you, man, that the Most High is coming back, that salvation is only for Israel, that from the beginning of time, God has had his chosen people, that everything you told was a lie. You didn't want to listen to those people. You called them conspiracy theories, crazy people out of their mind, people that need to come down to the world. That's literally what people tell me, man. You need to come down to the real world. I'm not in this world, man. I'm in the most high's world. All right. I don't deal with this unclean world, man. All right. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's like I gotta start that over. For all you people who don't believe in the Most High, this is your future, man. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. The Most High gonna laugh. He gonna be like, he gonna be laughing at you, man. All right, he gonna mock you when your fear cometh. When you see Yahweh Shah coming back, spreading fire and destruction around this world, man, then you shall know there was a God. Then you shall know that the people among you were the prophets, these Israelites out here. Then you shall know who the true people of the Most High God was. Not your Christian church, not your Islam, none of these false and other ways, man. Okay? But then you shall know the true way of the Lord. All right? And he will laugh at your calamity, man. When your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, so when you scared, Esau didn't save you, he didn't stop the nukes coming, he didn't stop the fire and destruction from entering this world, none of his science, none of his discoveries meant anything. And when you got that fear, like, who's gonna save me? That's what the Most High says. Then shall they call upon me. Then you're gonna call upon the Most High God. All right. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You're gonna be up early trying to seek the Most High. You're gonna be up doing your false prayers, doing all these false ways. You Islam brothers gonna have your carpet out. You're gonna be laying down, doing whatever y'all do, man. Y'all gonna be seeking them early, man, trying to reach the Most High. But what does he say, man? Then they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You're not going to find Yahweh then. You're not going to find Yahweh Shah then. You're not going to find these prophets out on the streets then, man. It's a time frame for this, man. You're not going to find us out on the street speaking this word at that time when destruction is nigh, when destruction comes. All right? So this is the time where the truth is openly out there. You got to get it and receive it now. All right? Time is coming where there's not going to be any more leftover ways, man. You don't want to be caught out there in the world, man. All right? You don't want to be caught out doing these other things when the Most High comes back. All right? I mean, when Yahweh Shah comes back. So listen. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. They hated knowledge. They hated us telling you had to keep the commandments. They hated the true knowledge that you needed, that milk and honey, man. They hated that, man. They hated the living waters coming in and giving you actual knowledge. They didn't want to hear that the Most High hated the white man, that he hated Esau. They didn't want to hear that, man. They didn't want to hear that 2/3 of Israel will not be saved. They didn't want to hear the Lord's end coming, that what he was going to do upon the people, straight destruction. They didn't want to hear those things, man. They didn't want to hear you had to keep the laws. All right? I'm going to read that again. For they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. Y'all didn't want to fear the Lord. You fear the Lord, you're going to keep these commandments. You fear the Lord, you're going to walk in his ways. You fear the Lord, you're going to leave that old worldly person and throw it in that damn trash can because it never got you anything in this world, man. And it's not going to ever get you anything, man. You might get up, you might be the most worldliest person. You might have all the money in the world. But what is it going to get you in the end? What is a man that gained of his whole, paraphrasing, what if a man that gains the whole world and loses his own soul? So you're not going, what does that do for you, man? You gain the whole world, you got all the money, but lost your whole soul. All right? You got 70 years on this earth, maybe not even that, 60, 50 years, man. All right? and you gave up your soul for lust and for worldly things, man. Things that don't even matter, man. All right. They would have none of my counsel and despised all my reproof. They didn't want to listen. All right. We know we don't get that many views, man. I know not too many people look on here, man. I know not too many people want to hear this word, but it's not for everyone. The Most High tells me it's not for everyone. But those few people that do see this word and follow after the true path, the two words of the Most High God, Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahushua, then you will know, man. All right? Then you will know this was the way the whole time. But you got people that ain't gonna never get that counsel, man. They don't want to hear the counsel. When you out here on the streets, Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays, they don't want to hear it, man. They don't want to hear the true words of the Lord. All right? They want to have their own vain opinions or go after their heart, the way they think the Lord is. But they don't want to go after the scriptures, man. They would have none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. They despise us, man. We're despised in this world. The Most High's people is not loved in this world, man. Yahweh's people go after the same affliction that he had, man. They're not loved in this world, man. And I made many videos on that. God's chosen people they're not loved in this world, man. All right? They're bashed in this world. They're hated. They're killed. They're murdered. They're called proverbs and bywords, man. Niggas, spics. That's what we dealt. All right? But you should love affliction, man. You should love that coming to you knowing that you're the true children of Israel, man. Going through this. Because as it is written, you should go through these things, man. All right? Therefore shall thou eat of the fruit of their own way. So you're going to eat of the fruit of your own way, man. You're gonna go with that way, man. And you're going to end in destruction because that's what that way leads to. All right? So you're going to eat of the fruit of your own way and be filled with their own devices. You're going to be filled with your own devices, man. The things you do, the things you love, all right? The ways you want to do. You want to go out on the beach. You want to go do these things that don't even matter. You want to go to college, learn Esau's knowledge. You want to look in your phone. That's a device. You know what I'm saying? You care about other things, man. All right? And be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. You're going to get destroyed, man. But listen, for all you Israelites out there, man, for you to escape this destruction, the Most High says right there, right on the next scripture, Proverbs 1:33. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. So you got to listen to the Most High God, man. You got to hope every day that you're part of that elect. You got to hope every day that you're doing these works and doing the will of the Most High God. All right? There's no time to be lukewarm. He's coming back. All right, man? It's the time to go out there now, man. Do the works now. Live by the Lord now. Keep his laws now. Get this knowledge now because it's coming a time where there will be no more knowledge. There's coming a time where there's not going to be prophets out there telling you the word of the Lord thy God. And you're going to have what you had, man. You're going to have the understanding that you had, man. All right? But, man, you're not even supposed to be around these people, man. These people that are ungodly, man, are leading you to destruction with them, man. You're not supposed to be around them, man. You gotta stir from them, man. You gotta get away from them, even if it's your own family. Come around them, man. But when you're around them, the Most High says you're supposed to be you're supposed to be looking at the time, man, when you're around these ungodly people. Even your own people, man. Sorry, I gotta go, man. I gotta get in these scriptures. Sorry, I gotta go do the works. Sorry, I gotta go live by the word of the Lord thy God, because there's nothing that's gonna come out of hanging with these people, man. Or hanging with these worldly people. They're gonna lead you to destruction, man. All right. So we're gonna go to Amos 3:3. We're gonna get some of those. Amos 3:3. I'm looking for Amos. This is my Amos. Amos 3:3. Here we go. All right. Amos 3:3. We'll start at 2. Amos 3:2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. He's going to punish you, Israel. He doesn't care about these heathens, man. He don't care about the Asian man, the white man, all these other races, man. Not talking about color, but the Edomites, all right? The Moabites, the Amalekites, these people who are these same people here today, man, all right? Can two walk together except they be agreed? You can't walk with these people, man. You can't live long with these people. There's nothing that's gonna come out of your relationship if y'all not both keeping these commandments. There's nothing that's gonna come out of your relationship if you're not both living by the Most High God. All right, nothing's gonna come out of it. So you're gonna have to make sure, man. Will a lion roar in the forest when he have no prey? Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing? Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? So these are all rhetorical questions, man. None of these things are going to happen, man. You cannot walk with other people who are not keeping these laws, man. You can't walk with these other people that don't want to listen to the word of that God, but want to continue doing worldly things, man. All right, so we're gonna go to 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. We'll get this real quick. 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. All right. But ye not equally yoked together with unbelievers. So he's telling you, don't be together with these unbelievers, man. All right, there's nothing that's gonna profit out of your relationship. It's hard to do that, man. It's hard to be in this world to have these friends that you have for so long, to have your family that you know for so long, and have to rid yourself of them or have to depart yourself from them. But those are the part of these afflictions, man. Yahweh, so-called Jesus, he wasn't loved in this world, man. All right? He had his own brother didn't believe he was the Messiah. His own people didn't believe in him, man. All right? So you're going to have to go through these same afflictions if you want to be part of this, man. There's no way around it. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? So what's going to come out of that, man? You're righteous, you keeping these laws, man, but you want to go to the unrighteousness, man. You're the light, you keeping these laws and you living by the ways of the Most High God, and you got the faith and you got the works. Why are you dealing with these ungodly people and going in the darkness, man? This is what the Most High is saying, man. So it's hard to do, but you got to do it, man. You got to cut these people off in this world, man, that profit you nothing. All right. And what concord have Christ with Belial? Or what part have believed with an infidel? So what is your point of being around an infidel, man? What is your point of being around these people that's going to lead you back into sin, man? You got to get out of that. All right. And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God, as God have said, I will dwell in them and walk in them. I will be their God, and they shall be my people, man. So you got to understand, when you're an Israelite, you God's chosen people, this is what requires you, man. When you're around these ungodly people, you're supposed to be measuring the time, man. You can't be around these people 24/7, man. You can't be dealing with them like you dealing with your brothers, man, because your true brothers are those who follow the commandments and live by the laws of the Lord thy God. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. This 17. Wherefore come from among them and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. You gonna give all that work? You gonna give everything up? I mean, you gonna give up the whole purpose of life for these other people, man? Because these other people won't do nothing for you, man. I promise you they won't, man. I promise you there's nothing that's gonna come out of it. I promise you if the cops walked in and shot them and killed them, that they wouldn't do nothing to stand up for you, man. I promise you that, man. All right, so you got to live by these laws and these commandments and live by the word of God, man. All right, so you can be the sons and the daughters of the Most High. All right, so he said, come up out from among them and be separate. He's not saying be together with these sinful people, man. Even your own people in Israel, man. All right, you break it down to them multiple times and telling them over and over and over again this truth, and they don't want to get it. It's just not for them sometimes, man. You got to understand that. All right. So we're going to get Sirach 27 and 12. All right. Sirach 27 and 12. You got to come out of those, man. These people, man. Sirach 27 and 12. If thou, we'll start at 11. We'll start at 11, actually. The discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom. So the discourse of a godly man or woman is always with wisdom. Okay? But a fool changes at the moon. So a fool, man, he's going to change. One day he's going to think this. The next day he's going to think this. The next day he's going to think this. All right? The next, they're never saying the way of the truth, man. Because the truth is in these scriptures. The truth is the word of the Lord thy God, Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shah. All right? If thou be among the undiscreet, observe the time. This is what I was saying. If you're around these sinners, if you're around these people that aren't living by the Most High God and living by his laws, you're supposed to be observing the time, man. Because that, unfortunately, in this world is going to come upon you, man. All right? But you got to be observing the time, man. You can't be caught out here spending all day with these ungodly people. It's not profiting you anything, man. It's not. Read that again. If thou be amongst the undiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding. Be continually among men of understanding. All right? Be continually among people who understand these laws. Be continually among people that want to that have the faith and they're standing on the corners with you. All right? And doing the works. All right? And living by the Lord, man. Be continually around these people, man. Because nothing's gonna profit out of being with these sinners, man. All right? Get out of the worldly way, man. All right? Stop trying to be the coolest dude. Stop trying to be the flyest young person, man. All right, man? Because that's not gonna profit you nothing in the end. All right? The discourse of fools is irksome, and their sport is in the wantonness of sin. So they gonna want to sin, man. So why should you be around these people if they gonna want to sin? They gonna want to go off and do these things, man, these horrible things. They gonna want to go off and, hey, man, you want to get this girl, man? Hey, man, you trying to go smoke? Hey, man, you trying to get drunk? And like, that's all you gonna get around these people, man. All right? Hey, man, you trying to eat these ribs? It might not even be nothing like that. It might be, hey, man, you want to eat this bacon and these pork ribs? That's what you're going to get at these people, man. All right? They're going to lead you back into sin. All right? Let me get Matthew 12 and 46. Let me get Jesus's account, Yahweh Shah's account on this, man. So-called Jesus, when his name is Yahweh Shah. Let's get his account on his what your real family is, man. Because people got this they got this feeling like the people who rose them up and the people that born them, the mother and their father, have some type of, you know, they're automatically family. But what does Yahweh Shah say to the people that are their family and the people that aren't? All right. Go to Matthew 12 and 46. All right. While yet he talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brother stood without, desiring to speak with him. So Yahweh Shah's mother and his brother stood without, desiring to speak to him. So this is what the apostle said. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. So he's saying they're out there trying to speak to you, Yahweh Shah. All right? Your mother and your brother. Well, what is Yahweh Shah going to say? But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. So the people who are living by the words, living by these commandments, living by these laws, keeping the faith, keeping the works, doing the works, these are your real brethren. That's your real family. He said, those are my mothers and my brothers, man. Not these people who are constantly in sin. Not these people who live, even if they're my so-called mother and brother in this world, they don't keep the commandments, man. They don't live in it. They're not in this truth. All right. They refuse to listen to the word of God. They refuse to listen to Yahweh. They refuse to listen to Yahweh Shah. All right. They refuse to listen to these laws, man, and then walk in his ways and get these afflictions. They'd rather be seen of man and get the appreciation of man than to receive these afflictions that Yahweh Shah came from, man. That Yahweh Shah had to, man. He died on you on the cross, but you can't receive these afflictions. You can't be called crazy by people. You can't go through what a small fraction of what he went through, man. You can't go through people telling you that you're stupid. You can't go through people telling you that you're twisting the word, man. You're not going in the way of the Most High. That you're false prophets. You can't deal with that, man. He dealt with it all the time, man. And he died for you. All right, Israel. So I'm going to keep reading this. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same as my brother and sister and mother. So the people who's going to do the will of God, those are your brothers, your sisters, and your mother, man. Those are the people that are living by the will of God, man. All right, so you got to live. It's hard to put away your family, but you got to, because they're not your true family, man. All they did was put a seed in the egg and create you, man. But if they're not keeping these laws, this is Yahweh Shah, who the world so-called calls Jesus and Christ. This is what he says, all right? That your real family are the people who do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same as my brother and sister and mother. So the people who's doing the will of your Father, those are your family, man. Those are your true family. Those are the people that won't turn on you, all right? Those are the people that won't go without talking to you, all right? Those are the people that's going to be true and sincere every time you see them, all right? You got to understand that, man. So we're going to go to 1 John 3:18. 1 John 3:18. First John 3:18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in the truth. So you people might say they love you, man. Okay? Your mama might say she loves you every day. Your dad might say he loves you every day. Your sisters, your brothers, they might say they love you. But what is the most I say? My little children, let not us love in word. Don't love by the words that they speak. All right? Neither in tongue, by in the tongue that they speak or how they say it, okay? But in deed and in the truth. So you gotta love me by being in this truth. All right. You gotta love your son and your mother, your son, your brother, and your mother enough to be in this truth, man. And then you'll be family, man. To be keeping these commandments and doing these works and stop being complacent, man, and stop being in this world, man. It's gonna lead you to destruction. That's love. People saying the word love means nothing if you cannot understand what love is, man. And we all know that love is keeping the commandments. Pursuing the 1 John, what is that? We already right next to it, so I'll get to that too. 2 John 1:6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it. So he's not saying those commandments that we're done away with. He's not saying those commandments that we don't have to keep no more. He said the commandments that as ye have heard from the beginning, you still got to keep those commandments, man. All right? And that is love, that you keep these commandments. If you really love your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, you're going to keep these commandments with them. You're going to get in this truth and understand that you're the children of Israel and do the works, all right? And have the faith and keep the laws, man, okay? Because it's the only thing that's going to profit you in this world, man. Ain't no trips going to profit you in this world. Ain't no money going to profit you in this world. Ain't no high ranking positions going to profit you in this world. The only thing that's going to profit you in this world is keeping these laws and these commandments, okay? Having the faith, okay? You understand that? Having the true faith. Not, I don't know if my prayer going to truly happen. I don't know if my prayer and the Most High really hear me. Have the true faith, all right? Not the wavering faith. Because as the Most High says, paraphrasing, the man who wavers will not let that man think he will receive anything of the Lord, because he's like a wave in the sea. All right, man. So you got to understand, man. You got to have that faith. All right. You got to have these commandments. You got to have the works, man. All right. Those is true love, man. That's true love. If you ready to give up the world for your brother, if you're ready to give up all the things that you ever knew for your brother, all right, to follow the Most High God. To follow the only one truth and the only one way. And you can go through affliction. You gonna go through these things, man. But as the Lord says, blesses, paraphrasing, blessed you that go through these afflictions, man. All right? Blessed you that go through these things that he has to do, that you have to go through, man. That your people hating them. Going through the same way that the Most High did. Sipping of that cup, man. Blessed are you, man. All right? Blessed are you that when they persecute you, man, and call you stupid. All right? And call you, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You just some nigga. Blessed are you that are persecuted, man. All right? So we're gonna go to Luke 21:16, man. You gotta get out of your family way, man. The way you thinking, because these people that's your family, man, they're gonna be the exact same people to deliver you up in these days, man. All right? Your family is these people who keeping these commandments. The Most High says he shall give you a new family, paraphrasing, man. All right? So it's hard to think that, but true love, like I said, is loving your people enough to keep them in this truth. Loving your people enough to have them in this Bible, knowing the truth of the Lord thy God, Yahweh, and his son Yahweh. So we're going to go to Luke 21:16. All right. And ye shall be betrayed both by your parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death. Your family gonna put you to death. Your family know you an Israelite, man. Your family know you got the fringes on. Your family know you doing these things, man. That you don't change the whole life. They gonna be the same with the first ones, like, oh well, I know what he does, and I know he's a terrorist according to the law. So yeah, I know exactly where he is. I'm gonna give him up. That's what they gonna do to you, man. All right, be ready for these afflictions, because those afflictions are not here yet, man. All right, but they are not. Okay, keep that in mind, man. They are not. They're near, man. You don't know when it's gonna come. So stay guarded, man, and stay girded in his faith, man. All right, be like a tree planted with deep roots, man. Don't easily waver, man. Don't go into this world anymore, man. It doesn't get you anything. All right, I'm talking to the person that's on the friends and don't really know what they're gonna do, man. Get out of this world, man. It's not gonna profit you anything. All right. So let me read that again. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. So you can be put to death by your people, man, by the people you so-called love you. All right. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. We're already getting the hatred. Oh, y'all black Hebrew Israelites. When there is no black, it's Hebrew Israelites, man. They can't stand it that we're speaking the truth, man. They're already pushing the agenda that we're terrorists. All right. So there's gonna come a point where ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, says Yahweh. All right. We're gonna be hated of all men for his sake. Okay. So be ready for that, brother. All right. But there shall not a hair of your head perish. You ain't gonna perish if you endure to the end. Paraphrasing, those who endure to the end shall be saved, man, as the Lord says. So you can't even be saved yet. A lot of people say they saved. You're not saved yet. All right. Those who endure to the end through all this affliction, through all this persecution, and really stood for the Lord and really lived his way, all right, and didn't stray and didn't waver and didn't think in the back of their head, man. All right. Those are the people that would be worthy of the Most High God. Those are the people that be in that elect. All right. And God willing that I'm a part of that elect, man. As for you other brethren should be wishing and praying and constantly thanking the Lord for everything and hoping that you should be a part of that, man. All right. Hoping that he chooses you. Hoping that you're worthy enough, because we're all sinners, man. We've all did things we regret, but hope that you're worthy enough, man. Ask the Most High to forget the sins of thy youth. All right. When you didn't know this truth, when you didn't know you was doing wrong. All right. So we're gonna go to that's it on that. That's it on that. So we're gonna get Proverbs 12:5. All right. Proverbs 12:5. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit, man. They're here to deceive you, man. They're here to tell you, oh, no brothers teaching hate. Don't go to them brothers, man. All right? The words of the wicked are to lie in the wait for blood, but in the mouth of the upright shall deliver them. The wicked are overthrown and are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. So the righteous people are going to stand in the end, man. You might have the money, the fame, all that right now, man, being the unrighteous, all right, being wicked, okay? But all that will come to an end, man. And the righteous shall stand in the end, man. The righteous shall stand, all right? So, you got to find people that keep these commandments, man. All right? You got to find people who live by the word of the Lord thy God, man. All right? Because that's your real family. We're going to go to Sirach 6 and 7. We're going to get that. All right? Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. All right? Don't keep putting this off, man. Oh, I'm going to keep the commandments eventually, man. I'm going to get right later in my life. I'm just going to do this one last thing. I'm going to get right. All right? No, man. Don't do that. You know this truth, man. You know the words that were spoken out of the Lord thy God. All right? Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed. In your security, you think you good, you got the money, you got the hoes, you got the cash, you can do whatever you want to do today. In your security, you're real secure about that, man. You got your house decked out, you got all the security measures, you got 3 or 4 security people protecting you. What does the Most High say? Shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. You're going to perish in the day of vengeance, man, thinking like that, man. Because he could come right now. He could come tomorrow. All right? People don't understand that, man. That goes back to having the fear of the Lord. If you fear the Lord, you're not going to be like, oh, maybe I'm just going to go back into the world for one day. No, man. You're going to have that quickening spirit on you, man. All right, to know this is the truth, and there's no other way. All right, it's not an easy way either. All right, but man, you're supposed to love the godly people, man, and deal with godly people. All right, and stop trusting in these people that's gonna constantly bring you down, man, and constantly even your families, your so-called family in the world is not your real family. All right, you better trust in the Lord rather than that, man. I'm gonna pull that right there. Psalms 118 and 8. You better trust in the Lord rather than your family, man, because your family is not gonna deliver you, man. All right, your family is not gonna save you. All right, is it better to trust in the Lord? My bad. My bad. Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. It's better to trust in the Lord than to trust in these men out here, man. Trust in your family, trust in your sisters, your brothers, your girl, all these other people, man. Trust in the Lord, okay? It's better to trust in the Lord than them, man. And he said it's better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. These people who run the world, man, that you think really got you. In the end days, Trump, y'all really think this man got you? Obama, he ain't do nothing for you, man. Black people got to wake up, man. All right, so-called black people. These Native Americans out here, y'all got to wake up. These Mexican people out here, you got to wake up and come back to your true identity, man. You are the lost tribes of Israel, God's chosen people, man. So don't put these trust in these people, man, because they're not going to save you in the end, man. All right, stop putting your trust in these other people and be ready to die for the Lord. All right, be ready to put your life for the Lord, man, because he said not a hair of thy head shall perish. Paraphrasing, man. I just read that. All right, and I'm on this page, so I'm gonna get this too. Psalms 116 and 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints, man. So be ready to die for the Lord, man. Be ready to lay your life down for the Lord, man. Be ready to give it all up for the Lord. Everything that you think you accumulated, be ready to throw it in the trash for the Lord, man. All right? That's the true fear of the Lord. That's the true love of the Lord, man. Keeping his commandments and being ready to go through these afflictions, all right? And go through these things that's going to come to you. All right. I'm gonna get one last scripture and we're gonna end it. It's Sirach 12:4, man. You people, you gotta understand, man. Don't trust in these men, man. Don't trust in the people who rule the world. Don't trust in any of these people, man. You gotta trust in the Lord thy God, Israel. Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. That's what you gotta trust in, man. We'll do Sirach 12:4. Sirach 12:4. Give to the godly man and help not a sinner. So you got to give to the godly man, man. Give to these people who's living by these commandments. You out of your people, man. These Israelites, man. Don't be helping Esau on the side of the street, man. Don't be helping these other nation, Moabites, Amalekites, all these people on the side of the street, man. It's not gonna profit you nothing, man. The Most High says, give to the godly man, all right, and help not a sinner, all right. And we're gonna drop down to 6. All right, for the Most High hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keep them against the mighty day of their punishment. All right, give them to the good and help not the sinner. So you got to give them to the good and help not the sinner, man. You got to do that. All right, it's not gonna get you anything of helping these ungodly people, man. Giving these people who's gonna take your money and go use it on drugs. People that's gonna take your money and go use it on something that they don't even want to use that. Whatever, man, for sex or something like that, man, for sinning, man. All right, you gotta look in these people's eyes, man, and make sure they're keeping these commandments or trying to at least, man. For you give to them, man, and only your people, man, your brethren. All right, but Israel, man, I hope y'all wake up and see, man. It don't matter if you don't believe in the most. It don't matter if these people don't believe in the Most High God, man. The destruction is nigh. All right. All these people that have unbelief, man, it does nothing to the Most High God. You're going to have to get punished for your unbelief, all right? Especially Israel, all right? For you other nations, we don't care if you don't believe in the Most High God, Yahweh and His Son, Yahushua, all right? It's better for you not to believe, for you to put on the front and act like you know the Most High God and put up white Jesus and all this, man. We'd rather you not believe, all right? We don't care what you think, man, all right? But as for Israel, okay, you not believing in the Most High God, you're going to have the punishments of that. And the end thereof is death, all right, and destruction. And with that, we're going to give all praise to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Gomalaki Yahushua and Kwam Yasharali.